Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Tim,
And I'm Mary,
and
and
this is the
this is
Tim
the
Show.
Matim Show.
Jinx!
What's up, Matim gang?
That's still funny. All right, on today's episode, we're gonna talk about propaganda, and also we're gonna have a special guest, kinesiologist. This is my cousin.
Really special guest from the
Really
States.
special. It's basically me, California me. All right.
California girl.
I thought we were gonna sing the Rihanna song. We're gonna get copyrights, right? Hey,
Well,
yeah. Okay,
let's do this.
let's do it. Yeah. So first question of the day is, what does it mean to gaslight someone?
Well, I've had to look it up because I didn't know what it meant to gaslight someone, but I
Hmm.
feel like it's a pretty harsh term. We read about it. It's a tactic in which a person or an entity, in order to gain more power, makes a victim question their reality.
Yeah,
It,
you see a lot of this in like abusive relationships, right? Because
yeah,
they manipulate the person into either staying with them even though they're abusive to them as well.
yeah, but I didn't know it was a term. Like it was a real expression. But I feel like we see it in movies. We see it in like
It's
even in
if you're on Twitter, gaslight comes around pretty often.
really.
Yeah, the term.
Oh,
Because there's a lot of gaslighting going on Twitter.
yeah.
But
But like
yeah.
we see it in a
Hmm.
movie. Like for instance, like a man who manipulates his wife to the
Yeah,
point where
because
she
you
thinks she's losing her mind.
yeah,
But
it's very different to see it like in a movie. I know that when someone's in an abusive relationship, usually they never see it, right?
yeah.
Mostly because of gaslighting. They don't think they're smart enough, strong enough, whatever, because the abuser usually will manipulate the person into thinking that they're not as smart, they're not as strong, etc. Right?
Mhm.
In both sides, like both, like men and women, it happens to both of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not just
Like,
men or
no,
women
yeah, I
who
wasn't
does it.
specifying anything, but like it can happen
Yeah.
to
Stay
anyone.
gender neutral.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It can really happen to anyone, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is it's crazy to make that it goes you question yourself so much just about who you
Hmm.
really are and what you really believe, and it's
Just because
crazy
of
how it works.
something that someone says every single day, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it stays in your head and you keep thinking about it and you don't know anymore.
I feel like it's more a common technique like abusers use, or dictators or
Yep,
narcissists,
of
like
course.
I don't, or even cult leaders. Like it's not everyone who does this, but
No, yeah, no,
still,
yeah, yeah. I don't think,
everyone.
personally, I don't think it's a common thing. At least for me, I don't think it's a common thing. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm being gaslit right now, but like I've never experienced it per se, you know.
never. Me neither.
So
I cannot talk from personal
no,
experience.
exactly. So I can't really, I don't want to say talk about it because I still understand what it is and what it means, but I can't talk
Yeah,
about it from experience, as you said.
yeah. Uh, but in this week's episode in the Crash Course Media, we it was about the dark side of media,
Yep.
but mostly about like propaganda, misinformation, distraction, disinformation. So how do you think it like gaslight relates to propaganda, for example?
I could see it because, as we said, gaslighting is most like manipulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And propaganda is um, portraying, no, pushing a side of something. So let's say, for example, the media would be talking about, I don't know, how this blue pen is better than the red pen. They would say the red pen is the worst pen in the world, right? Saying,
Yeah.
if you use this red pen, you're gonna fail all of your classes. But if you use the blue pen, you're gonna pass everything. In this sense, you're saying the red pen is not worth anything. It's not good, it's bad, right? So that's propaganda. It's like pushing a view on something or one side, right? So having a bias on one side and pushing a negative thought on the other side. So by gaslighting people, uh, I mean the media could use gaslighting.
Yeah, but can
To
it make you question everything about yourself or like even forget about things? Oh yeah, it can. I
probably
can see it.
like
Yeah.
yeah. Let's say I don't know someone on TV saying, "Are you I don't know like those information infomercials. Are you tired of I don't know using red pens? Well, I have this blue pen," and like I don't know, they sell you the blue pen or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't think of an idea, but I feel like there's a lot of media that pushes like propaganda, misinformation, saying like as I said, saying the red pen will make you fail all of your classes is it's not true,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not true.
But in a sense, it's gaslighting, but I don't feel like it's the whole definition in the sense that
No, no.
it's information to promote a particular point of view. It can change your behavior, but I don't think it's gonna like make you question everything. So if, for instance, we use your red pen example,
Yeah,
you're gonna say that the blue pen is the better one. So for sure, you're you're gonna promote with propaganda the blue pen. Maybe you're gonna change your behavior about the red pen. You're
the
not
red
gonna
pen.
use
Yeah,
it anymore
seeing it and you're
because
like, oh, I don't want to use that pen. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and maybe using the blue pen will be like a motivation since it's gonna help you succeed. So it can
mhm.
change, but I'm like it's the I
Well,
don't think like people are abusers. Like the people
no, no,
advertising the blue pens
yeah,
are
of
not
course.
abusers, for
But then
instance.
again, you might be thinking that, but let's say stereotypes such as uh, back in the days, like like I want to say before Crazy Rich Asians, if you saw an Asian on TV or in movies, usually the roles are the nerd, like the smarty pants, or the
Mm-hmm.
martial artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now every time people see uh, these Asian people in movies, TV roles, it's weird to see them as quote unquote normal people, right? In
Yeah.
American societies, etc. What I'm trying to say is this pushes the perspective for people to think that every Asian people are either good at math or good at martial arts. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like uh, so that's pushing an idea of a certain group of uh, people, and like right now saying someone's good at math or like martial arts is it's not a bad thing, but it let's say uh, nowadays we see a lot of media portraying other thing. I don't I kind of don't want to go about this. I think you know what I want to talk about, but you know what? I'm just saying some ethnic groups are portrayed differently and in a negative light,
Yeah.
and that could be a certain gaslight slash propaganda. So always seeing this ethnic group as the bad guys or like uh yeah, the bad guys. It pushes people to think that in real life these people are the bad guy as well.
Yeah.
And the
True.
people themselves, that ethnic group might think maybe we are the bad guys. So I could see that as gaslighting,
That's a good
you
point.
know?
I feel like there's on everything you can if you just like explain it in like you said, like I can see it.
Hmm.
But if I just read the definition and after think about it,
No,
I'm like, no, I cannot.
no,
Well,
exactly.
I can't really relate. But if it's true that abusers in doing gaslighting as well as media using this information, it could work because both are confusing and distracting their audience
Yeah, exactly.
using deliberately false or misleading information. I mean,
No, yeah, exactly. Like going back to the Asian stereotypes, right? In Quebec, there are not a lot of Asians. So using
yeah,
information such as saying they're all martial artists or they're all good at math, like who can disprove it if there are no Asians here, right?
yeah,
So that's why it could confuse them and think, and kind of distract them and like mislead them towards this ideology, this information that, oh, all those Asian people do this, do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see your point.
In this sense, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that's how it really relates, because
Yeah, yeah.
well,
We might need to find some examples maybe someday and like be like, oh, yeah, yeah. That right there is gaslighting.
yeah, because in my
You
head,
know?
if I just read the definition, I just think about movies and abusers. I
Hmm.
cannot, like I said, I cannot see it in the
No,
media.
this
But
one,
if
yeah.
you really look at
Well,
like the
actually, no,
third,
I do have a good example now that you think about it.
okay,
Gaslighting. Right now, there's a certain virus that is very popular, right?
yeah,
Funny, and there's a certain leader in the world that uses a certain term to address
yeah,
this certain virus, right? And that led to a lot of violence towards a certain ethnic group,
mm-hmm.
and that's kind of gaslighting,
Yeah, because
right?
well, yeah,
It's misinformation. It's disinformation. You're saying all of these people caused this, so like without saying go like beat them up, you don't have to say it because now they're thinking, okay, because of these people, I can't go out, I can't do this, I can't do that, so I'm gonna beat
yeah.
this person up.
But
And you
the thing is,
see
he this certain
a
leader,
certain person, yeah,
he
yeah.
he did it in like slowly. So the American, well, no, that that was
No,
not
exactly.
going
It's like
there.
trickle down, right? Like
Yeah,
little by
I was
little.
gonna say who it was, but
I
I
mean, we
mean,
all
like
know who
he,
it is, but
yeah,
I don't
but
know.
let's not address the elephant in the room.
No, exactly, exactly.
But I mean, like he did it so slowly that the victims, we could say, but it's more the population didn't see it, and like they're kind of they were brainwashed at some point.
No,
Like
exactly. It's like
they
little
did
by
it; it's
little, it
their
goes in
fault.
their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
and that
Okay, so in this sense, I can see it then.
no, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm saying on Twitter it happens a lot. Gaslighting happens a lot, especially because of this specific person. How
Yeah,
does
he
one
probably.
tweet so much being in that position? Like,
Yeah,
what the
but
heck? I don't even
he's
tweet.
not really suited for the
Yeah, but
for
yeah,
the role. But that's another story.
that's another topic to talk about. Maybe not on a podcast.
Yeah, because well, if the thing is the population, but most of the population is comfortable or trust this person, so it makes them more gullible
No,
to the false
exactly.
information.
But also some of these people already share this ideology, and
Yeah,
this is just fueling them that okay, he's saying it, so I was right, and I can do this to this person,
mm-hmm.
right? Which is horrible, in my
Well, you're
opinion.
supposed to be a leader, so you don't do to
You are
someone else
leading,
what
but
you don't
like
want it.
you're
Yeah,
leading, but like not in a good way, if I could say.
yeah, a bad leader,
It's
a
I see
negative leader.
a negative leader, yeah, because as a leader, I can see like he has leadership, but like it's not a good like path,
Well, it's like
you
when you
know?
see a kid in the classroom, there's always one kid who has a strong power over his peers, but
Hmm.
like if he's like doing it in the wrong way,
It's basically
well,
a bully, right? So
yeah,
if
yeah, yeah,
like in a classroom, like in a classroom setting, a bully could get a lot of followers because either they're scared of him, or not him, but like of them, or
him.
just him. All guys are bullies, but no, like either they're scared of them or they like their power. That's why they become followers because they want some of that power as well,
Yeah.
right? And or they also follow the same ideology. I like beating weaklings, so I'll do it. And all these videos, they're always beating up like people who can't defend themselves, which I think is cowardly.
That's so sad. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's.
yeah, like I'm like, they can't defend themselves. They have a broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
They have bad knees. They're old. and you're 5 on that person. That's stupid. Anyway, yeah, let's change the
Yeah.
subject because
No, but I know
I'm
what you
getting
mean.
riled up.
So yeah, I think we
We
pretty much covered that like gaslighting can be,
It can
well,
be
depends on the
as
way
in
you
media.
see it, but it can be like
Yeah,
related to
because I was
propaganda
thinking
and
media as in like traditional media, like TV and stuff, but I forgot about
yeah,
social media, which is a big source of like propaganda, misinformation, gaslight, right? Fake
yeah. But in
news
my
these
head, it was
days.
like mostly false information, but like in a way,
Hmm.
it's like more in an advertisement way. Like
Yeah,
buy
but
this
yeah,
product,
that
it's
it could be.
gonna.
Yeah, it could be that as well. But
But now I see that,
in the sense of gaslighting, I probably not. But like in
yeah. But
abusive
the
way,
example
yeah.
you gave about like the leader, the
Yeah,
negative
the
leader,
negative
like
leader.
now I can see it better. Yeah. Okay.
Leader negative.
So let's go to the second question of the night,
Mm-hmm.
which is we're gonna talk about an ad that is one of the most famous piece of propaganda to emerge from the 20th century. So let's show it up.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oops. It's this. It's
So
Rosie
I
the
feel like,
Riveter.
yeah, exactly. I feel like
Reverter? Riveter?
everyone knows her.
Yeah, low key, I didn't know. Like, just by name, I didn't know. But once I saw it, I was like, yeah, I've seen this.
But him same. I knew like who she was, but not the name.
Hmm.
But then I
I
listened to the
noticed.
video and they
Yeah,
said
exactly.
Rosie the Riveter, and I was like, oh, that's her name. Okay.
I feel like I should have known the name, but like,
Yeah, I
you know
feel
what I
bad
mean?
that I don't know the name, but I think the thing is, it's mostly uh, American history though.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's we
true.
didn't see it in our classes. We heard
We
about it
probably,
and
yeah,
we saw the like its impact and everything, but we didn't know especially about her.
yeah. So like, yeah, let's talk about it. Who made this? Who made this ad? Who
I
created
think
it?
it was an artist named J. Howard Miller, and it was
Hmm.
created in 1942, if I'm not mistaken, and the artist was from Pittsburgh.
Dang.
So, like the poster, the image was featured on the Rosie the Riveter was featured on a poster for the Westinghouse Electric Corporation under the headline "We Can Do It."
Ooh, that's effective. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's on a corporation stuff, and like, do we know who
and
the
it's a
person is in the ad, or
no, that's the thing. There was a lot of like people talked about it.
is it kind of like the Mona
Where,
Lisa, where we don't know who the Mona Lisa is,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
we have speculations of who it is?
yeah. I feel like it's the same because they don't have like a
Hmm.
precise person in
No,
mind,
exactly. It could have been
but
just like uh the artist just painting, drawing someone that I don't want to say like a plain Jane, but like someone who's I don't know, like
but
uh,
every artist
normal
has a
features.
muse.
Yeah, so it's probably someone that they knew,
Yeah,
and
it's maybe someone that we know,
yeah,
but we don't know.
exactly. So I'm saying it's like the Mona Lisa. Like we
Yeah,
kind of know who the Mona Lisa is, but like it's all
who is she?
speculations.
I don't know.
It's said to be an auto portrait.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Didn't
might
know.
be wrong though. I haven't checked that up in a while. But like I've read somewhere that it's an auto portrait of Da Vinci. Da
Interesting.
Vinci.
Vinky.
Da Vinci.
eh,
Ah, Da
have
Vinci.
you told the Vinky?
Yeah, but yeah, it's an auto portrait of Da Vinci.
No. Well,
But
doesn't look
anyway,
like it, but
yeah.
maybe.
So I'm not saying this.
It.
This is an auto portrait of J. Howard Miller. Imagine it could have been.
Jay,
I don't know.
if you're listening to this, Jay, just tell us.
Just tell us, Jay.
So we don't really know who is the person in the ad, but it can be like if you want
I,
to
I feel like they made it on
it
purpose to be like an average woman, so it like
yeah,
relates
average American woman.
to more women because like we're gonna talk about it, but like the ad is targeted towards women
Yeah,
in
because
the
they were calling
90s,
them to join the
the 40s. I mean,
workforce. Yeah, because it
40s?
was the second. Yeah,
Yeah, the 40s,
yeah,
yeah.
for this, because it was the Second World War. So
Mm-hmm. I said
the message
90s.
was that the we're so 90s. But like they were calling for women to just join the workforce because the men were all leaving for the war,
Yeah.
so they didn't have anyone to work
Yeah, so they
in the
ran out of
factories.
workers, and because it was
Yeah,
mandatory, right, to go to war.
yeah. I think at that time it wasn't an
Conscription.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not like I
So
don't think we were we as many people back then in 60 years ago? No, 80
Tim,
years ago.
honestly, I don't know.
Come
I
on, look it
barely
up.
passed the Canadian US Canadian history. So don't ask me about American history. But yeah, it's Rosie the Riveter is a cultural icon of the Second
No,
World
of
War.
course. Yeah. Uh and yeah, that's pretty much the message is we need workers, basically, right? We need
Yeah.
workers, is what they're trying to say. We need workers, and we need the workers people who aren't at war right now. So who
Hmm.
stayed behind when men went to war? Women,
Yeah.
right? So this is targeted towards women, and they're trying to sell jobs.
But it was also mostly for they were working for the war as well because
No, no, yeah, of
uh,
course. It's
the
like
woman,
making like weapons, not
yeah,
bullet points, I guess.
munitions and war
Ammunition, yeah.
supplies. Yeah, that's what I think they were doing. So mostly they were doing their part as well in the war
Yeah,
instead of staying home like they
as
did
housewives
before.
and yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is that the sad thing about it is they were paid 50% above male worker. So even though they worked the same hours, they
So
worked
yeah.
they did the same thing as them, they were still seen as less
But yeah,
than
yeah,
men.
exactly. But you have to think that women's vote is super recent,
Oh yeah,
and
it
they
took.
didn't have any rights back then, which is really sad. And I feel like this poster, even though it was created by men for their own benefits, because the
Hmm.
men were at war, right? If you think about it, the men were at war. It kind of pushed the idea of feminism in those years. And
Oh
like
yeah,
you
for
look at
sure.
us now, women have rights, women can vote, women like they're working. We have like CEO, powerful women everywhere, right? More power, you know? But
Girl
like
power.
no, exactly, yeah. Of course. I'm all about
Yeah.
equal is like
But the thing is, girl power comes from like this. I think it
yeah,
comes.
exactly because like they're showing like the bicep that the
Yeah,
we're strong, girl power, right? I
we
think
can do
that's
is.
why I know it. Like I I've seen this image everywhere, like used as you said, like girl power and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, it's used as a symbol of American feminism and
Mm-hmm.
woke women's economic advantage
Of course,
now.
because think about it. Like back then, most women didn't have jobs as we know now, right? Most
Yeah.
women were either secretary or a housewife, right?
Hmm.
And even as secretary, they weren't like seen as another worker. They're just the secretary. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And what I read it was that we last week we learned about advertisement and before digital media how they would post the ads where everyone would see them like in on billboards or
Mm-hmm.
even on at train stations, bus stations, and everything. And when I read about this poster, he said that it was heavily used in formats such as government posters and commercial advertising to encourage women to volunteer for wartime service in factories. So for sure,
Oh,
like
it's
they did the
volunteer work as
traditional,
well.
yeah, volunteer, but like just to see, you're just seeing the audio come. You see, you're like, oh, I can do this. I can. It's volunteer, but it's a way to push you. So it's not
Yeah,
volunteer.
it's
It's like
also
a,
like
it's
saying, "Hey, you're doing your part in this war as well," right?
yeah. But the thing is, before you, they could not. They were just staying at home, and even they weren't in their husbands like affairs, in the sense that they didn't know what was going on. They were just like
When you
taking
say
care of the
affair, I just think
kids.
of an affair.
Saying, that's not what I wanted
I
to
don't think that was a,
say. It was not
their
meant. It
husband's
was not
affair.
meant for
They were
this.
aware of their husband's cheating, but like they didn't know, you know. They weren't sure. They weren't sure.
It was more in the sense that they didn't know about their
Yeah, what's
their
going on like
yeah,
with their like when they're working and stuff and
exactly. So it was like a first chance for them to just
yeah, the
be someone of
opportunity
their
to
own
strong
instead of
independent
being
women.
someone's wife.
Yeah, it's basically pushing the idea of you could be a strong independent woman
Hmm.
like with an asterisk on the side saying, but you can't do this, and you're paid
Yeah,
less.
yeah. But
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
it was
No,
the
of
first
course, yeah.
like first puh. But the thing is, after, but when you taste like freedom this way, do you want to
Yeah,
go
you're
back to
like,
just being
hey,
a wife?
I can make money myself. I can what's the word I'm looking for? I can provide for my own
Yeah. But the
myself,
thing is,
my own.
it was supposed to be temporary, and
But
after
then
when the men came back, they were expected
take their
to leave
yeah,
their jobs after the war,
and have like
but
the women go back to their role of housewives. But
exactly.
the woman be like, nah. This is our play. This is ours.
Yeah,
This is us.
yeah.
And even today,
Uh,
they're still fighting for equality.
yeah, but you know what I read though is that even the one who decided to stay in the workforce, for a long time, it continued. They were paid less than their male peers,
Hmm.
and they were usually demoted. So for just imagine the fact that you've been working for a long time during the whole war. You've been providing, and you've been like a supervisor, for example. But then the men,
Carrying the whole factory,
yeah,
and then the men come back. You get demoted. You get your pay cuts. Actually, you weren't
why?
even paid as much yet, like as a supervisor or whatever. And then the men come back. They ruin everything for you. You get even
Oh
less
man.
money. Men.
Let's
But
not
yeah.
start about this.
Yeah. And when I
No,
say
but
men, I'm talking about men in those days where like they be taking everything.
yeah,
I'm not talking
but
about all,
even
yeah.
yeah, sorry,
No,
go
no, I was
go
just
on.
saying.
But it's just the thing that it was like it was kind of a selfless act when you think about it, because you were just at home and you were taking care of your kids, and your husband just left for war. So it wasn't like we said, it wasn't mandatory. It was you it
It's
was a
yeah, it's like it's that feeling of independence, right?
yeah, because men could no longer claim to be superior as women
No, yeah, because
over
technically
women. I
the
mean,
person who is in charge in the house is the bread maker. But now that women could be bread makers, like they've lost their power, like most of their power. Now the women are like,
hmm,
well, I make money as well. I was gonna say I make as much money, but that's not true. I make money as
nah,
well, so what's up? But now the
yeah,
men could say, well, I make more money than you, and that's hella unfair because that's so
still the
unfair.
same.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it must suck
But
to live in those days as a woman
yeah,
and
but
as a non-white.
honestly, we're thankful for the woman who did fight for us, because
No, of course, yeah.
now we can be like, we can have our job, we can have our own home, we can vote.
No,
We're
yeah, of
independent.
course.
We're not dependent of
It's still
someone.
crazy that like voting is so like for women is still so like new.
I know.
Like
It,
I have to fact check that, but women's right to vote. 1918. Wait,
well, was it official though?
Wait, women in Canada were granted the federal franchise would be another 10 years before the famous five won the person's case victory. It was not until 1940 that Quebec women won the right to vote. So in Quebec, it's even later.
Yeah,
Bruh.
1940.
So
So it
in
means that the poster was just released 2 years after they had the right to vote in
mm-hmm,
Quebec.
mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Dang,
crazy.
that's Quebec, man. What's up? Quebec is shit.
What happened?
What's up? What's up?
But yeah, so we could say that Rosie the Riveter is the cultural icon of this.
Iconic, iconic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But specifically to the Second World War,
Yeah, of course.
because after it changed the workplace forever in the sense that they could still work,
Yeah,
and
because they're like,
even
well,
as of
okay, no, sorry, go on.
no, go on.
No,
I
go
was
on.
done.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah,
You're like going up.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say something, but then
Then go
I
ahead. Go ahead. Go
totally
ahead.
forgot.
It's fine. It's fine.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that they changed the woman's role, and even as of now, it continued to expand, and it's not finished. We're not done with this movement.
No, of course. I totally forgot what I was saying because
I'm
your thing.
sorry.
No, no, it's fine. Your thing is super interesting. I was captivated by what you were saying. But yeah, you're right. Like they're still fighting for like rights. I know some
Hmm.
countries in the world that the pay is not like equal. Like here in Quebec,
Yeah,
in Canada, it's actually equal, right? Kinda. I don't know. I'm not sure. I
yeah.
can fact check that.
But
I know. I,
even though
I know
you
in
say,
education. I know in education, it's the same
yeah,
because of our whatever it's called, the money thing. But
you lost me at the money thing. But the thing is, you
like
said,
no this
what
no.
happened in Quebec? You only had the right to vote until like 1940. But the thing is, just imagine in other countries, maybe they can't vote, but the women are still someone's wife.
Yeah, a lot of countries are like that because they're still stuck in the past. I guess
Yeah.
they didn't develop like we did, right?
Hmm. At least we had the opportunity to develop, and that's the.
No, of course,
So
development.
thank you, Rosie. But you know what? The thing is, it's still
Thanks, Jay.
we still talk about her as of now. Like we're talking about her now, and it's
Yeah.
still Halloween costume, and still like it's still it was a I think it was subject to a Hollywood movie in 1944,
Mm-hmm.
and I read as well that there was a song written about by Red Evans and John Jacob Loeb in 1942. So the same year the poster was released, they even wrote a song
Who
about this
wrote a song about it?
Red Evans and John Jacob
Oh,
Loeb. Yeah.
I keep thinking of the song by John Mayer. Rosie.
Is it Rosie the Riveter?
I don't think so. It's a good song though. I love John
It's
Mayer.
her. It's his whole lover.
He's hella old.
So yeah, was
Yeah.
pretty much what we had to talk about
Mm-hmm.
today regarding the dark side of media. Because there's a good side, but there's a dark side as well.
The dark side. You
And
know
it's
what?
Halloween coming up. Dark side, what's up?
No, you know what? We already have our Halloween costume.
Rosie
Water.
the Riveter.
No, we're
You're the one.
watermelon. Green, pink. Let's go. Watermelon
Watermelon
sugar.
sugar high.
Hi. Watermelon sugar. Hi.
It's my
Watermelon
favorite
sugar.
song.
Hi.
Watermelon sugar.
Yo, I low key miss One Direction.
Oh, Tim, don't start me
Yo,
about One Direction.
their last album was so good. Like,
Okay, I think last week, I don't know why, don't ask me a question, but I was just listening to Harry Styles, and then the whole playlist about old songs of One Direction started playing. And oh my God, what a
wait, like
trip
old
back to the
songs?
past.
Okay, what's your
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
song? What's your favorite song?
Still My Girl. Everybody wanna
That's a
steal
good song.
my
That's a
girl.
good song. That's a good song. I have to go with. I feel like everyone says like history now because like it was super popular for a while. But
History?
history. You don't know history? It's in the
No,
last album.
I don't know. Oh, Siri just started. History, Siri. Oh my God, okay.
You and me got a whole lot of history. That song.
Okay, but I think I know the song.
Yeah, you probably know it. Hey Chris, what's your favorite One Direction song?
What's that one? What's it
One
called?
one. Which one?
What's it called?
What makes you beautiful?
I was gonna say no.
I love that one
maybe
though.
maybe
You're insecure. You're insecure. You're
Don't know what
insecure.
for.
You're insecure. You guys watch that video? I'll
No.
send it to you after.
what's the one that goes like, "Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the
Yes.
sun." What's that one? Until we're young or something? Is that the title?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, something like that.
I'm
But-
so sad that they're not still together.
Yeah. But hey,
They
welcome
make some fire
Chris.
music. Oh, hi. I'm
Want to
Chris.
introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm from California, and I'm a kinesiologist.
Geologist.
It's a study of human movement.
I'll show you what we recorded before we actually recorded.
What? What
I
happened?
was like kinesologist.
I have to remember.
I have to. I can't mess it up again.
I think
like,
for 2 weeks you've been trying to say this word.
I know.
It's not the first time. Yeah.
He's been
I'm
practicing every day.
I'm so dumb
Yeah,
because
He's
I'm
been practicing
I'm
for
so
real.
dumb because I should have been able to pronounce the word, but like I can't. I'm just built different. You
He's
know.
built different. He's an English teacher of the different breed.
Yourself. But yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
What's up?
What's up with you, dude?
Uh,
How's your life as a kinesologist?
so basically, living as a kinesiologist,
Oh shit! I messed it up again.
it's the study of human movement. So,
Kinesiologist. I
like
forgot the I. I keep forgetting the
our
I.
work and study it's based around like analyzing anatomy and physiology and how like exercise affects our mind and body.
That's why you're so buff.
Yeah, so I'm yeah, so basically, a lot of people use kinesiology to go into like pre-physical therapy or physical therapy.
And are you doing that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Or like some people, they just stop at the bachelor's and they just do like physical training.
Yeah, I feel like that's mostly what people do with this bachelor.
Don't you have that
yeah.
class right now, Marie?
Yeah, I do. I have one of these class because it's my like free class. What is
Oh,
it?
your
Free course?
complimentary class.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
complimentary.
What
Yeah.
have you been learning so far? Like what unit are you on?
I've been
He's gonna
learning
destroy
about
everything you know. Like, nah, that's wrong.
No.
no,
Nope.
but I've been learning about running and like how it's important to just for your VO or max. What is
VO2 max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
VO2 max.
Same thing.
And like,
Just had to translate it.
but yeah, it's just
Yourself.
basically it's there's more gains like on the long run where when you just like 30-second sprints and then 1 minute walk and then 30-second sprints. And
Wait,
I've
so I
started
should-
training this way.
Yeah, that's
Are you
high
saying I
intensity.
should? Okay, so I
Yeah.
should sprint, walk, and then sprint again.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't have the cardio for that.
You know how like a lot of people when they turn to cardio they say, "Oh, I'm gonna go jogging for 30 minutes straight," but they're probably running at like 3 miles per hour. That's like a light jog, right? But
Yeah.
studies
Yeah.
have shown that like sprinting all out for like 10 to 20, 30 seconds maybe actually shows more benefit for your cardiovascular system than a slow jog. And that's slow intensity versus like high intensity cardio.
You've never told me this, bro.
What about
I've been
sprinting?
running the whole summer, and you just let me
I know-
run.
I don't know,
You just
but
let me run. You're like,
here's the thing,
yeah,
though.
yeah, do your 30 minutes, bro. Go
Here's
ahead.
the thing. But like, yeah, definitely
Kinesiologist.
one can definitely be better than the other, but you also want to look at just besides health benefits and just like becoming more athletic, there's also like the emotional side, you know what I mean? Like jogging in like a nice area like you live, I know where you live, it's like such a beautiful place and it could be
Bro,
a lot more beneficial than just
Okay, yeah.
like
Running, sprinting,
exercise
running.
and
yeah.
burning calories, you know what I mean?
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
need to burn
Do you
calories.
feel
anyway.
better? Do you
Yeah,
feel better now,
now?
Tim?
About
You feel
what?
better
Heck
now?
no. Heck no.
It was just a way to make you feel better.
It's not true. It's misinformation and propaganda. He's trying to gaslight me.
Yeah, I'm just gaslighting you right now. I'm reverse gaslighting you. I'm trying to make you feel
Yeah.
better.
What would you call that? Gas extinguish?
Hmm.
Just extinguish.
I'm
If you're
feeling
lighting something, the opposite would be extinguish.
yeah, I'm extinguishing your gas, bro.
Gas, so like liquid extinguished.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, running.
What
Running's
about
nice.
sprinting? But sprinting on a hill.
Sprinting on a hill, that's pretty beneficial. You're really working on your quad muscles because it's like a lot of concentric and eccentric movement. Concentric, if you've heard of that, it's like basically when you're shortening your muscles, right? And anytime when you're stepping on a hill, you have to like bend your knee and you have to extend your knee a lot more than when you're on flat ground. So when you're running on a hill, you're gonna see a lot more size gains. Like you're gonna actually, it's called
Gains.
considered like hypertrophy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one thing that like it could be bad because there's a lot of eccentric load too, and that's short or lengthening of the muscles. And every time when you do that, you're at risk of DOMS. Maybe you heard of DOMS in your class?
No? What is it?
Delayed onset muscle soreness. Have you guys ever worked out and then like you feel fine that day? And then
Just clip it. Have you ever guys worked? Have you ever worked out?
have you guys ever worked out? Or have you ever like exercised and you're like, wow, I feel great. Today's a great day. And then maybe like the next day or 2 days later, you're like, I can't move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's basically delayed onset muscle soreness.
Okay.
What that feeling is just like your muscles are torn apart, lactic
That's
acid buildup. So like your pH in your body changes.
That's me when I did your workout the other day.
Yeah, it's just pain.
I was like, bro, I
But
can't.
but the thing is
I
that's
stopped working
what
out the whole week.
yeah, but that's what leads to most gains basically.
I
So
know
like
I
what you
should have
said,
worked out after.
so you mentioned like running on hill, so you're gonna see a lot of strength gains from like running on hill compared to like running on the ground. You won't get any gains running on the ground unless you're like running all out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
But should you before, because that's what I do, okay? I just like I train, but like mostly muscle gain. Like if I do the legs, should I go sprint after or before, or should I sprint when I'm doing the upper body? Like, do I have to? You understand what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know what you mean. So like you're basically asking like when should you sprint? When's the best time to sprint is what you're saying? Like when to
Yeah,
incorporate it into your
exactly.
workout? I think
Yeah.
it mostly depends on what you like, to be honest, because let's say you like to jog and sprint. Well, if you sprint before you jog, then you're probably gonna jog a lot slower, right? But
Yeah,
if you jog before you sprint, you're probably gonna sprint a lot slower.
makes sense.
Yeah, so it really depends what you prioritize. You know what I mean? Because either way, if you do it, you're still getting the benefits for your body. But
Yeah.
it mostly depends on what you want. Like, do you want to be faster? So I would sprint first. But if you want to have better endurance, I would sprint after.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna keep doing then.
Mhm.
So if I were to like start running again, which I
Yeah.
hate, should I should what, jog for 10 minutes and then sprint back home?
You could do that.
I have a hill
Just-
too, so should I jog towards like the hill and
Yeah,
then
you could-
sprint back down?
No, don't sprint down the hill. Yeah, I've sprinted down a hill before. I tripped and I just started rolling. It was bad, bro. I remember it.
You became Sonic, bro.
I became
Too
Sonic.
fast, too fast.
I always want to be Sonic. Just want to be fast.
But yeah, so if I were to actually start running again, like, what should I do?
Well, first of all, I just want to mention some exercise is better than no exercise. I just have to put it out there. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
Yeah. So
I
something's
feel like
better
you're
than
you're
nothing.
targeting me for some reason.
So
What's up, bro?
you're a disappointment to our family.
Hey, man. You
Yeah,
didn't
so-
motivate me this week.
yeah,
You didn't
so-
what?
So if you want to start running, my advice to you is just give up. Now you
Just give up.
it really depends what you want, because like either way, I feel like you're gonna be burning most of the same calories. Like let's say you sprint for like
Yeah.
a total of like 1 minute, because you're doing HIIT, right? So you're sprinting for like 20 seconds, and then you're walking for like 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. You can do that, or you can just jog for like 20 minutes straight. Either
Okay.
way, you're probably gonna be burning the same amount of calories, I want to say. But I feel like for the most part, sprinting will probably be the most beneficial. It's like the most useful of your time.
Yeah,
You're getting the
it's
same.
shorter, right? Because
Yeah,
you're
it's shorter. You're raising your heart rate a lot more. So then you're training your heart to like lower its resting heart rate,
yeah.
and you
So
also
basically, I
yeah
have to
save a lot of time.
sprint, walk, and then sprint for like
Yeah,
what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
yeah. As long as you want, as long as you can
Okay.
go. But usually when you're doing that, you're keeping it to like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, of course, because
Yeah,
20 minutes of sprinting is a lot.
yeah. That's not sprinting then.
I think you should start tomorrow and do 30 minutes of walking and sprinting. That's what
Walking
he
and
said.
sprinting. I'm gonna walk for 29 minutes and then
Mhm,
sprint for like a minute.
mhm,
No, that's what I meant is 20 minutes of sprinting and then 10 minutes of
Jogging, walking.
walking.
mhm.
And then I could do my
No.
chest day.
Yeah, chest day
Yeah, chest day every day.
every day.
Are you
Every
gonna
day.
do it though?
Nope. It depends. If I wake up early, maybe. But like I wake up
So
in the morning, I stay in bed and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stay in bed.
Here's the thing about exercising. So one thing when people start exercising is that they think, oh, I just did this intense workout for 1 hour, right? So I'm gonna just chill out the whole day. And then they start to notice that they're not as strong as they used to be, or they're gaining weight, or nothing's going the way they want. And that's because you actually burn more calories throughout the day and you're getting more movement throughout the day just doing daily activities. Let's say like I go to my fridge and drink water. Like I have to walk, I have to like move my arms to like do things, right? But when people work out, some people think like that's all they need. So after that, they're just like laying
They
down.
just stay like
They stay
play
stationary
league.
basically. Yeah, they play
So
league all day,
us.
right?
So basically us.
Yeah, and then so during that workout, they only burn like 200 calories, whereas doing their normal daily activities, probably would
Yeah.
have burned a lot more.
Yeah, because let's say you sleep for, I don't know, 6, 7 hours. A normal adult would sleep like 6, 7 hours. They work
I
out for
sleep
one
like
hour.
4.
Bro, lucky. But they work out for what you said, like an hour.
Yeah, let's say like an hour.
So that's 8 hours of the day already, right? And the rest of the
Yeah,
day they just chill.
yeah,
You just worked out 1 hour that day, and the rest of the day you didn't even walk, whatever.
yeah. That's it. So you're
So
basically
yeah,
just you're
inactive as
just
you said,
hindering
right?
everything basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're just, so it's better to not work out in that case because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it might be better to just not work out and be a normal person, to be
No,
honest.
like no, but like in that instance, it doesn't matter if you worked out because you're just like, it's counterproductive.
Yeah, and that we call that NEAT, NEAT, non-thermal, non-exercise
What's the A, bro?
activity thermogenesis. It's activity. It's activity.
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's hard with COVID right now because
we don't
I
have
don't
any
even walk to
gyms,
school
yeah.
anymore.
But we don't, like,
I
the
just
gyms
stay
are
at
still
home.
closed
So
now, right?
yeah,
For
and they're
the
gonna
next
stay
28 days.
closed
They're
until
trying to,
the
some gyms are trying to like reopen.
yeah, but it's not
Mhm.
gonna work.
I
Then.
heard that Zumba is not gonna reopen.
I heard I read an article a while back, and I heard Zumba, like Zumba was like
Like,
blowing up. It's like making people a lot of money right now because you can hold like Zumba classes and people actually join it because they need
oh,
that
oh, yeah, because
environment,
technically
that
you could watch
activity.
a video and like do the same thing because you're following
Yeah,
someone essentially
yeah.
when you're doing
Yeah,
Zumba.
But
Just
sometimes
just
it
YouTube
just
it.
it just hits different when everyone's doing it at the same time as you.
That's true. It's different.
yeah.
It's like working out at home versus working out at the gym. It's very different.
It's not definitely not the same.
Because at home,
Yeah,
I could work out for 40 minutes,
Hmm.
or I could work out for 30 minutes and be like, someone texts me, hey, you want to play League? That's usually you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything. And I just quit. I just quit like midway. But if I'm at the gym, I'm actually at the location. I can't do that. I'd be like, I'll be home in like 30, 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's so much different. I mean, there's the the things you can do there. I don't
Yeah,
know what to
because
say,
I'm
but
working out in the basement. I can
yeah,
just go back up, come to my computer and play League.
yeah. There's the motivation of others at the gym. There's the equipment that you can
Yeah, you're
use, the
like, hey, that
environment.
guy is hella buff. I want to be buff like that guy.
Yeah, you just want to be the
No.
buff guy. You know what I mean?
I can't work out. I can work out alone, but like I prefer working out with like someone else. You know?
Yeah, just some people aren't really intrinsically motivated like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like some people really need that extra push because some people have that drive to just be like, I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be so buff, so fit.
I want to be built different.
Yeah, and some people are just like, so it's okay to be like a normal person where you're
No,
just
it's
like,
fine. Yeah.
I just need to exercise for my health, and it can be hard for them to push themselves, especially when like during
I
right
want,
now.
I want to be
You can't
buff.
see anyone. You know
I
what
want to be you, bro. Same. No, okay. I'll start working out again.
Tomorrow, Tim.
I'll stop playing League.
This is my real advice to you, to anyone listening, if anyone listens to us right now, is to start small because a lot of the mistake that a lot of people make is they get really motivated to start big. Like let's say it's
Yep.
New Year's Day, right? And you're like, oh, I want to be the best version of myself. I want to get fit. I want to gain 5 pounds of muscle, or I want to lose 5 pounds of weight, or whatever, right? And they're gonna go to the gym and they're so motivated and they try so hard, right? And they push themselves to a limit to where they just break down their body,
Yeah.
and they don't really know how to deal with that because it's their first time and they don't really know that like rest is important, nutrition is important. They just think the more I train, the
Bro.
better I'm gonna become, right?
Nutrition is so important.
Yeah, nutrition is key, and that's what burns them out, and that's what makes them stop actually. So a lot of gyms are stealing your money because they already know that people are gonna sign up.
Yeah, that's
And
why like we have a few gyms that are like $10 a month, and it's like, oh, it's hella cheap. But usually most people, like they go a month, and then they just pay like the rest.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's so cheap that you don't care if you don't go because it's
You don't
Yeah.
think
not
about
costing you a lot of money.
exactly.
They're just like,
But
oh,
no, low key,
I'll go
even
next month.
I remember I used to go to this gym. It was like $30 a month. I still didn't go. I didn't have a car
Yeah,
though.
same.
That's my fault. I didn't have a car, and
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
have the motivation to go as
Yeah,
well.
so here's my tip. I didn't say it earlier. Just start small. It doesn't need to be like
Don't
I never recommend to beginners like buying their favorite bodybuilders or like fitness gurus like program. I don't recommend
Yeah.
that. I kind of just recommend starting what you're comfortable with. Like
Yeah,
start
set
small.
your own goals. You
Yeah,
know,
set your
like
own goals,
realistic
what you want.
goals.
Like you don't need to show up like for an hour 5 times a week. Just show up for like 20-30 minutes and just be there and do something.
Just be there on their phone.
Just be there.
First step is
Tim,
being
that's for
there.
you.
Yeah, because
When I go to the gym, I work out.
Yeah, you do.
When I work out in my basement, I don't.
yeah, you just want to be there, build the habit, and once you build the habit,
I know.
now
Because
you
we're
already
creatures
have the
of
habit of being
habits.
there.
Exactly. We're creatures of habit, and it's very important to, as you said, start small. Like just get into the habit of taking the time to work out, taking the time to do something. Right?
Yeah, and you know,
Exactly what I'm not doing right now.
yeah, and it's just like the brain and the muscles are pretty similar. You know, they're both they can be considered plastic. You know what I mean, they have high plasticity, so they adapt to whatever you put them in. And in this case, your brain, if you keep putting yourself in the gym, then you're gonna be used to being in the gym.
Exactly. But I
have a question about rest days.
What's up?
Should we like train hard? For instance, if you're training like a high intensity one day, is it okay to train the next day, or should you wait like one day before the other training?
Well, it really depends on like what level of fitness you're at, and also
Okay.
depends on what you're training. Like, let's say like you're just a normal lifter, right? And you like to do body weight exercises or like squats and bench press and all that normal stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you train legs one day, right? Let's say you do like a barbell squat, like very intense, really heavy. You probably shouldn't do that again the next day. You should probably wait at least 24 hours before doing it again.
Okay, but it's okay to train the upper body then.
Yeah,
after.
it's okay. It's totally fine to do that the next day.
Okay.
But for some people who are like complete specimens, I've definitely seen them train the same thing over and over again, like 5 times a week. It's completely fine. Like, I mean, the thing is, like, if you feel fine the next day, that you probably can do it, but I don't recommend it.
Also means that you didn't try hard enough the day before.
You talking from experience, Tim?
No, of course not. I don't work out at all.
I don't go on my phone at the gym.
No.
No.
Hey, I just want to say, talking about phones and working out, I just want to say Snapchat made me stronger, but it also made me weaker because they locked me out. I can't, I don't work out anymore because of Snapchat. I used to do like at least 100 push-ups a day.
This is the one company he doesn't want to sponsor from.
No, I want them to sponsor me so I can get my old account back.
Oh yeah, right. Sponsor him.
Hey,
Snapchat,
hey,
please.
Snapchat. Look
Sponsor
at me.
this guy.
Sponsor me, please. I just want my account back. You know what? Don't even sponsor me. Just give me my account back, please.
Please.
Please, I want my gains back and my
Yeah,
memories.
but Tim, just create another one.
It's not the same. I have my memories in my other account.
Yeah, but
I
life
don't care
happens.
about
So.
I don't care about working out. I care about my memories and working out, kind of.
He said, "I don't need my
I just want
brain.
to
I need
say
Snapchat."
this summer I was so like motivated to work out, and then my Snapchat died, and I was like,
Hey, if you guys ever need any advice or tips, I'm basically a free personal trainer, but next
go.
level, because personal trainers, I don't know what they go through. I don't know like what their course is. I'm pretty sure like
But they trash.
no, I don't want to say they're trash.
Hey, bro,
They
they'd be like, hey, you want some sauce, bro?
hey, you want some juice? I got you some juice,
I
bro.
got the juice, bro.
You just eat chicken and broccoli and put this needle in your arm. I definitely don't know what to take. Like I do respect like what they know. They definitely have to take like at least a semester's worth of classes. I'm not sure. It depends like where you go, but like what a personal trainer knows compared to like what a real kinesiologist, a certified kinesiologist knows. There's gonna be a big difference. You know what I mean?
So what are
Yeah,
your
for
thoughts
sure.
on Jeff Cavalier?
I mean, he's a physical therapist, bro.
Yeah,
One of
I should do
the
his
best things
killer
alive.
ab workout.
Yeah, you should do it. Just do it.
I should do
every
you.
now and
I'm
then.
gonna do your workout after
What
the
about the
push-up thing.
Chloe thing and Pamela Reeve
The what?
workout? The Chloe thing workout.
Oh,
The who?
You know?
I have something to say about her. I definitely I actually think a
Sorry.
lot of people hate on her workouts. They think it's kind of BS or like she's lying to people that they can't or that they'll be able to achieve her physique by just
Wait,
doing her
who?
workouts. Do you know
Chloe
Chloe
Ting.
Ting?
I think so.
She's
Is she
she's
the person who like? Wait, Chloe Ting.
she's one of the biggest fitness YouTubers right now, sponsored by Gymshark.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I've seen her.
Yeah, so her workouts are definitely not the hardest, and a lot of people have been angry for her lately, or at her
Yeah.
lately for because they think that like she's lying to people, saying that like they can achieve her physique for by doing her workouts. But I definitely don't think that's the case. But I think her workouts are really good for people trying to get started.
Yeah, so
And
basically it goes back to what you were saying, right?
yeah, just build the habit and do something that you're comfortable with. Because again, like the people hating on her, those are usually like the meatheads who are like working out 24/7. They can
Hmm.
like deadlift like 500
Yeah.
pounds.
I feel like she found her audience,
Yeah,
which is basically like beginners. And
Me.
after when you're not a beginner anymore, you can go look up other things, like look up your own stuff, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
even just for beginners, I'm pretty sure
It's
she
hella
might
hard, dude.
have.
I think I tried it and it's hella
Yeah,
hard.
I'm pretty sure she has videos that are like higher intense because like I don't
Yeah.
think she's sponsored by Gymshark for no reason. I'm pretty sure she has like a high degree of like athleticism. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, she got killer abs.
And yeah, people
Oh
just need
yeah.
to remember. People really need to remember. Not everyone needs to be like a strong dude who deadlifts 500 pounds. Like there's no
Yeah.
reason. Like you don't need to be a pickup truck. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. But
Damn.
also you have to think about like going back to a Chloe thing. Uh,
Yeah,
some people just have different like what's the word I'm looking for? Metabolism, right?
yeah,
Metabolism.
yeah.
Like it's like some people just lose pounds more easily.
People have different biomechanics. People have
Yeah.
different weight, height,
Mm-hmm.
hormone resistance, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
never know. It's never really like straightforward. It's never black or white. You really have to
And your
trial and
body
error.
changes too, right? Like
Yeah,
over time. So
really just go with the flow, feel it out.
I mean,
Things
just
are
start
okay.
small. Just give up.
Just 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 give up.
Just give
Just
Just
give up.
just give up.
Yeah, just give up.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this
Oh,
has been
good.
fun.
Yeah, it has been fun.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
It's been over like an hour ish. So I think we should wrap this up. Anything to
All right.
plug, Chris?
Uh, sponsor Tim. You know,
Sponsor me. Sponsor me.
give him his account back, Snapchat. We
Sponsor
need it.
Snapchat, please.
He needs
Please.
it so badly.
Please.
You're
My
stealing,
file's corrupted. I can't get the code back. I'm
you're
sorry.
stealing his gains.
I should
Oh
make a
my
Snapchat
God.
account just to get my gains back.
Yeah, you should.
I should use it. I should just use it. I'm too lazy now. I should do it.
Should.
Start small.
Start small.
Just give up.
Just start nowhere.
Just
Start
don't.
tomorrow.
Just
play.
don't smart at all.
Just play League. Just play Genshin Impact.
Exactly.
Just stop. Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks, Chris, for coming.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Of
anytime.
course.
It was actually really interesting to talk about like the
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah, it's always a good
definitely
time.
talk
It's
about
always
this
a good
again.
time. This time,
Definitely.
let's talk about your experience in your career. Don't get me started.
Stop.
Just don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't. But yeah, we could talk about that next time.
All right.
You know.
Let's see.
All right, man.
All
It
right.
was fun. This was Tim. This was MP. Chris. Let's go. Let's get
Thank
it.
you, Matim gang.
I love it.
All
All right.
Bye.
How do I stop the recording? Oh.